Have you ever wondered what would happen if Goku actually became a god of destruction? Just imagine the kind of changes and challenges that would bring to our hero. That's exactly what we'll be diving into today. This story comes from the manga series Dragon Ball Hakai. So if you're curious to know how everything unfolds, stick around, because we're about to get started. But before anything else, make sure to hit that like button so we'll be more motivated to keep creating this kind of content for you. Now, let's go back a bit. After Moro escaped from the Galactic Patrol prison, we all remember the massive chaos he brought across Universe 7. His power was so overwhelming that it threatened the balance of the entire universe. But thankfully, Goku and the others managed to stop him and finally bring him down. Peace returned, at least for a short while. Just a few days after Moro's defeat, something unexpected happened. Two mysterious mortals suddenly appeared in Universe 7, and they weren't ordinary people. They came from another universe entirely. One of them was a man named Anzen, and with him was his loyal follower. As they arrived, his follower immediately noticed that Anzen looked troubled and asked him if he was all right. Anzen simply replied that he was fine, but it was clear something was wrong. From the way they moved and the tension in their expressions, it looked like the two of them were being chased. And not just by anyone. They were being pursued by a dangerous and mysterious mortal who also came from another universe. Anzen knew it was only a matter of time before their pursuer arrived. His follower, on the other hand, was confused. He admitted that he didn't understand why the guards from their world had suddenly become so violent. He said that those guards had slaughtered everyone in their path, even their own comrades. The brutality shocked him. But Anzen had a different thought. He paused for a moment, then said that maybe this wasn't random at all. Maybe everything that happened, the guards' sudden rage, the massacre, and their easy defeat, was part of a bigger plan. It was as if someone had orchestrated the whole thing, making it simple to wipe out even those powerful guards. At this critical moment, Anzen's follower quickly handed him a strange-looking cube. With a serious tone, he told his master, "Go on ahead, master. If you fall here, our mission will surely fail. I'll stay behind and deal with that demon myself." Without wasting time, Anzen took the cube and flew away at full speed. His follower, meanwhile, stood his ground, ready to face the approaching threat. But it didn't take long before he sensed it. The presence of the demon had already arrived, much sooner than expected. Shock flashed across his face, but he wasted no time. He gathered his energy and launched a powerful wave blast, causing a massive explosion that shook the battlefield. For a brief moment, it looked as though he had landed a solid strike. But before he could react, the demon appeared behind him in an instant. With terrifying speed, it unleashed a direct attack that struck him right in the back. The impact was devastating. So devastating that Anzen's loyal follower was killed on the spot. Meanwhile, the scene shifted back to Anzen, who was still flying as fast as he could. While moving forward, he suddenly spotted a gigantic door floating before him. Without hesitation, he rushed to it and managed to force it open, quickly slipping inside. Once inside, Anzen paused, realizing what he had to do. He turned back and shut the door behind him, hoping that this would finally stop the demon from pursuing him further. He succeeded in sealing the door shut. But something wasn't right. A strange presence had still managed to slip through. Anzen felt it immediately. He spun around, and before he could react, a powerful blow smashed directly into his face, sending him crashing violently across the chamber. The sheer force of the strike sent him flying far back. Breathing heavily, Anzen muttered in shock, "What was that? What am I supposed to do now?" It was then that his eyes caught sight of something unusual. A massive cube standing in the center of the room. In the middle of this cube was a square-shaped hole. In that instant, Anzen realized what it meant. He needed to place the energy of the Zillion box into that square slot to restore its power. But there was no time to waste. As he prepared to act, the demon that had been chasing him appeared once again, standing tall and menacing before him. Its intent was clear. It was determined to stop him at all costs. At this moment, Anzen prepared himself for a final stand. His body erupted with a massive surge of Kai, his aura flaring with incredible intensity. He knew what was at stake. The fate of the entire universe depended on him. Clutching the strange cube tightly, he whispered to himself that no matter what happens, he must succeed in placing this energy core, this battery, into the cube. Only then could the safety of the entire universe be secured. With determination burning in his eyes, Anzen shouted, "This is the duty of the leader of the Celestial Guardians." Then, in a flash, he charged straight at the demon with everything he had. His strike cut through the enemy, and for a brief second, he thought he had won. But the demon's body dissolved into nothing but smoke. It was only an illusion. Before Anzen could realize what had happened, a sudden, invisible force struck him hard in the chest. He gasped in pain and dropped to his knees. And as he looked up, the demon was already standing right behind him, its presence looming like death itself. Through his labored breathing, Anzen spoke defiantly, "You may have won this battle, but you will not win the war." Summoning the last of his strength, he struck the demon once more and sprinted toward the cube. He was so close, just a few steps away from sealing the energy inside. But before he could finish, the demon unleashed a brutal attack from behind. The blow was devastating, sending shockwaves through his body. Blood spilled as Anzen collapsed to the ground, his vision fading. The cube was snatched away, successfully extracted by the demons. With his final breaths, sorrow was etched on Anzen's face. He whispered in regret, I've failed." And then, darkness consumed him. Meanwhile, the scene shifts light years away to planet Beerus, where Goku and Vegeta were in the middle of intense training. The two Saiyans were locked in a fierce sparring match, their blows shaking the very ground beneath them. Neither of them showed any sign of backing down. Vegeta unleashed a flurry of rapid attacks, but Goku effortlessly dodged each strike with a calm smile. Suddenly, Goku leapt back, creating distance between them. "What's wrong, Kakarot?" Vegeta growled. Goku smirked and replied, "Tell me, Vegeta, do you already know the weakness of your new technique?" Vegeta scoffed confidently. "Of course, your Kaioken combined with Super Saiyan Blue. It drains your stamina and energy too fast, doesn't it?" Without waiting for Goku's answer, Vegeta lunged forward with blinding speed and landed a crushing blow, sending Goku flying across the battlefield. From the sidelines, Whis calmly observed the fight. "Vegeta has quickly mastered the full potential of Super Saiyan Blue," he remarked, while Goku still struggles to control it. Just then, Whis received a call from the Grand Priest. His voice carried authority. "Whis, there will be a general meeting for all gods of destruction and their angels. Bring Goku and Vegeta with you." But even as this message reached Whis, the two Saiyans continued their battle. This time, Goku was visibly struggling to keep up. Vegeta's blows were overwhelming, and Goku was nearing his limit. "Use your full power, Kakarot," Vegeta demanded. "If you don't, you'll never keep up with me." Goku hesitated. Deep down, he didn't want to rely on his Ultra Instinct yet. It was risky and draining. But Vegeta's persistence left him no choice. Closing his eyes for a moment, Goku released his full power. His silver aura burst forth, the unmistakable sign of Ultra Instinct. "This is my full strength," Goku declared. "But tell me, Vegeta, can you use that God of Destruction technique Lord Beerus taught you?" Vegeta clenched his fists and replied, "Not yet. I haven't mastered that technique, so for now, I can't show it to you." Even so, his energy flared. Vegeta's aura exploded outward, his power skyrocketing. "No more holding back, Kakarot. Let's finish this." The two clashed again, their strikes colliding with earth-shaking force. Meanwhile, Beerus finally awoke from his slumber. He immediately sensed their battle and frowned. "Those two are at it again. Where are they now? If they want to fight so badly, they should just fight me instead." At that exact moment, Vegeta was knocked back by a heavy blow, his body crashing right near Beerus' location. As Vegeta crashed near Beerus, Goku landed on the ground, his eyes locking directly onto the God of Destruction. Beerus stood tall, arms crossed, his expression shifting into a smirk. "Well then," Beerus said, "why don't you two stop fooling around and fight me instead?" The challenge was clear, and Goku's face lit up with excitement. Without a moment's hesitation, he shouted back, "All right then, Beerus, let's do this." In the next second, Goku launched himself forward, and Beerus did the same. But just as their blows were about to connect, everything froze. With nothing more than a single finger, Whis effortlessly stopped both fighters in their tracks. The sheer ease with which he halted them left Beerus and Goku both stunned. Annoyed, Beerus growled, "Whis, what do you think you're doing?" Goku, equally frustrated, protested, "Yeah, Whis! Don't get in the way." Whis, however, remained calm as ever. "Forgive me for interfering," he said, "but there is no time to waste." The Grand Priest has summoned a meeting, one that requires the presence of every god of destruction and every angel. And he specifically requested that you, Goku, and you as well, Vegeta, attend. Beerus narrowed his eyes. What? Why them? What does this meeting have to do with mortals like these two? Whis' expression grew slightly more serious as he answered. That depends on the termination announcement. The words hit Beerus like thunder. His pupils shrank in shock. Termination? He muttered. Goku tilted his head in confusion, scratching the back of his hair. Termination meeting? What's that supposed to mean? With a grave tone, Whis explained, a termination meeting is an extremely rare council. It is during this gathering that the Grand Priest oversees the replacement or removal of a god of destruction. In other words, this is the meeting where a new god of destruction may be chosen. As Whis' words sank in, silence filled the air. But the biggest shock came to Goku. His eyes widened, his heart racing at the thought. Wait, are you saying one of us might be chosen to become the next god of destruction? Goku asked, his voice filled with disbelief.